On ESPN with BYU and Holy Cross. And the moment these fans have been waiting for all offseason is finally here, and the Cougars are back in business.
They've got to stay in front of the ball as long as they can. BYU does such a good job of getting into the paint, forcing you to collapse, and then kicking the ball to shooters on the outside.
Davis spins to the right.
Or just powering through you inside.
And here come the Cougars. Saunders all the way in.
When Saunders...
Davis. Saunders. Gets the roll and the foul in the Marriott Center.
The little hesitation forced the help defender to back up. Maybe an extra pass or two to settle them down.
Shot clock's at 6. Makeda takes it away. Davis, everything opens up, and Davis has 4
in that game.
He gets the Crusaders on the board. Here is A.J. DeMonsa all the way in. He'll go to the line, and chance at a three-point play. Here come the Crusaders. Saunders on the steal. Here's Wright again. This time, he'll take it himself. And the first 2 for the Baylor transfer for BYU in their home opener at the Marriott Center.
Strong and making buckets inside.
Nugent knocks down a 2.
And for Joe Nugent.
Saunders off the glass and in. 10 for Richie. He can hit the 3, he can drive, he can score on either side of that bucket. Here's Boop on the steal and the stop.
Good defense. So watch the dunk.
And Boop comes flying in. Not
only does he make the steal, he
tapped around. Boscovich has got it, hands it off to Boop. Now Jancic. A.J. 5 for DeMonsa. Enjoy getting used to this as A.J. DeMonsa comes in and throws it down. Hands it over to Nugent. From the baseline and knocked down. Now Jancic gets his first 2.
Great job by Nugent to recognize.
Boscovich passing on the 3. Opts for 2 off the glass.
20 of 25 points in the paint. 10 field goals.
No turnovers for the Cougars.
Let's make it 11. Let's make it 22 out of 27.
We got to move the ball. Let's gang rebound, get a catch, and let's communicate more.
St. Germain knocks down the shot. Thank you, Jerem. 27-11. Cougars in the lead at halftime. Much more coming up here on ESPN. A dish into the corner. Warren takes a few steps. Gets in off the glass.
Great power move by Warren of this Holy Cross team, bringing the basketball up.
Here's Boston. A few minutes on the bench to catch his breath. He drops it in. Davis on the drive. Strong move. He's got 6.
BYU now just switching all the ball screens up top, 1 through 5.
Nice work there. Ryan on the finish.
Declan Ryan, the 6'8" junior from Buffalo, New York, giving some good minutes to this Holy Cross team.
Right to the lane and right to the hoop.
So hard to stay in front of for this Holy Cross defense. Just getting into the
Monday selection. Monday, they expect to host a first-round game and then have to go on the road if they win that.
Remarkable. Here's the lob. Speaking of remarkable, Makeda throws it down.
But here you go. You see on the pick and roll, Caba rolls to the front of the rim.
Brings some energy into the building. St. Germain working on Richie Saunders is checked back in. Caba brings it down. Here's Wright on the run again. He only knows 1 speed. Off the glass and in. He's got 6. Well, the three-point shot is how Holy Cross got back into the game against Providence. They're down 20. Cut it to 6 before losing by 10. Wright Double team doesn't matter.
Break offense, just so quick, so much explosiveness. His ability.
8-0 run for the Cougars. Stolen away. Out ahead is Diamande. Oh! Timeout! Holy cross! Nope, now they'll get it. Dave Paulson jumped up after he watched that highlight from Diamande, who's rushed to the BYU bench. And not only that, he had to do it with traffic.
So the quick hands caused the loose ball, and I like how he just let the defender clear underneath him and hung in there. Watch, here comes the defender. Goes up, that's okay. I'll kind of re-grab it.
And throw it down. Do it with traffic.
So the quick hands caused the loose ball, and I like how he just let the defender clear underneath him and hung in there. Watch, here comes the defender. Goes up, that's okay. I'll kind of re-grab it.
And throw it down.
Great elevation. And then he gives the flex to the rock.
Serbia, Austria, Senegal, Mali, France. And last year, Dioman from Moscow. Marush on the steal. Here's another one. Here's another look.
He cocks that one back and throws it down. Was pretty amazing.
There's Charles Abuo over on the BYU bench. Nugent for three.
That one was deep.
Here's Saunders out ahead of everyone. And Richie. Now AJ.
That's so pretty. Like little contact, it creates some space.
And DeBance out with it. Right. Here's Baker. He'll say, I'll knock the first three down.
And he was
All right. He's looking for a little daylight to the bucket, and in he goes. 10 points for Rob Wright.
his ability to give you up fakes and move around that pivot foot and score in traffic is really, really great. Like he showed that last year in the Big 12 as a freshman at Baylor.
Swooping in for the rebound, Richard.
And Richard had 10 boards in that opener for this Holy Cross team, so he gets after an offensive board and a putback, much needed.
Baker. Here's Boston. Bounce pass down low. Good movement by the Crusaders. And Boston and Wright. That's a fun matchup. Wright finds the lane. Got some help from Baker on a screen.
And didn't seem rushed, and it was an inside-out three.
Boston over Saunders. Shutting out Kansas 1-0 in the title match in Baylor just a moment ago. What a run they've had this week. Davis for three. He knocks it down.
And BYU's so long out front. You know, we talk about getting it into the paint. And it's hard to attack them off the dribble. They switch the screens, and that's a good off of the screen. BYU didn't show hard on the screen, turned the corner, and shoots the point.
Richard out of San Antonio, Texas. Getting that to go down, and back-to-back threes for Davis out of St. Louis. He's got a dozen.
And at some point, they've got to get Saunders. And oh, look at the great inside position, but DeBonce's just so long, he still can't get the shot off.
Look at that move. Right at the rim for DeBonce.
He goes past the rim and then pivots back inside.
Yeah, you're seeing A.J. DeBonce bring the ball up the court as a point forward. You're seeing Dawson Baker a little bit off the bench as well. Hey, there's a three-pointer.
Richard hits a three.
The first of the game.
And so you're probably going to see one of them on the court most of the time for BYU.
Back-to-back threes by Richard. He's got 11. Williams deep in the corner. And he gets the shot to go down. Diamande. Here's Saunders for three.
And that's where he's so good.
15 tonight so far for Saunders. Diamande. Over to Davis. Gets it back. Thank you very much. And the first foul on Declan Ryan. We see a lot of this season as the Cougars grab and go. It's when he led them to the Elite Eight or the Elite Eight, and then you got Ainge, you got Kite, you You got Roberts. Here's another look. 6'9" and coming in. Home opener against Hampton a week from tomorrow. It's a long road trip. Germain, St. Germain. Boscovich. Baker off balance. Gets it to go down. Dawson's got 7. Different space for BYU basketball, indeed. Backdoor cut. Oh, finished by A.J. Beautiful pass by Boot. And the three goes for Tyler Boston. He's got a dozen now.
They'll knock down threes. They get in the Patriot League play. They're not going to see this kind of length and athleticism during the season.
Baker for 3. Saunders for 3.
We kept waiting for them all of a sudden to get comfortable with that.
You're automatically entered for a chance to win. Just swipe, tap, or pay like you always do for a shot at exclusive prizes. Check out VenmoBig12Sweets.com for more details. St. Germain back behind the back pass to Ryan. And that outside shooting was just continued for the Crusaders. Right, little flip of the wrist.
And he pulls up and hesitates. The defenders relax, and he just blows right by him with that quick step.
And an answer back.
And it's Williams again. Good looking. A good looking attack. Back to the basket. And that knocks Staten back a little bit. And that little jump hook. A little old school stuff out there.
Here's Wright again. Trying to get it to Staten. Out with its Kirkwood. All the way in and off the glass. St. Germain has his shot denied. Diamande out ahead with it. Defensive plays by Staten. Kostic for 3. And Williams on the board brings it out.
Kostic went down and called his own number. He ran a play for him to get that 3.
Diamande on the drive. Off the glass and in.
Utah had an overtime game tonight with Weber State.
Maras to Kostic for 3.
That's what he does.
Yeah. And his first bucket. Final minute. Kirkwood going all the way in. Pinned against the backboard. Kostic on the drive. Off the glass and in. The crowd wants him to shoot it. But his coach controls his playing time.
That's right.
And he's not going to do it. 98-53.